getting into a social flow and getting success with women, I say, is a lot to do with state management. Okay, I think I'm very good at turning on the jets and like throwing myself into an energetic, fun, good vibe, regardless of how I was feeling. Okay, I was actually just out on boot camp not too long ago with this guy who was really stifled. He was really anxious. He wanted to go up and talk to this girl, and I was like, dude, make sure that when you're going in there, you have the right fucking vibe. I could just tell he was so tense. So I literally just started laughing and like literally shaking the shit out of him. And then I had him like jumping up and down. And actually, right after that, I told him go in and open. And I'm not even exaggerating, like the set flew open. And I'm not saying that I want you on college campus, like acting a fool in front of everybody, but there are subtle things you could do behind the scenes, maybe like in your car on the drive over, that can loosen you up. First and foremost, man, you got to make sure you got a big smile on your face when you're going in. Okay, like huge. What I used to do, I wouldn't wait until I see the girl. Like if the girl's walking here and I'm about to go open her, when I'm still behind her right here, I just start making myself laugh as I'm going into the open. Hey, before I even make eye contact with the girl, I want to be not like ha 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 ha, but like, hey, that laugh does something. It does something to your body language, to your energy, to the emotion that you give off in that first second. It really does go a long way, especially when I was first doing this and I had a tendency of going in with this serial killer face. Like the first couple coaches I worked with was telling me like, dude, you have a fucking serial killer face. Even though from my mindset and my perspective, I literally thought I was laughing. He's like, I want you to be bursting out laughing before you even open. Before you even make eye contact with that girl, I want you to burst out laughing. Hey, because you're probably not smiling as much as you think you are, especially if your vibe and your energy's off and you're a little anxious and you could feel it in your eyes like you're anxious. That will go a long way. You have a serial killer face with like squinted, weak eye contact. I could see why you're probably not opening as well as you could have, especially in the nightclub. I can probably open, I don't want to say 100%. That's cap, but it's very high. It's a very high percentage. Okay. And I would strictly attribute it to the vibe and the energy that I'm putting off into the environment. This could be a couple different things. Remember, I was just telling you, I shook this kid and got him really loose and he went in. He opened, it hooked really quickly because he had that vibe and that energy. He kind of like state boosted himself for the first like 3 to 5 seconds. And then he just naturally like reverted back to like that quiet guy and he didn't know where to take the interaction. And as a result of that, I think the girl just started losing interest. You see that she's starting to have like blasé response, puts you in your head more. And then from there, it kind of just fizzles out. So you really want to do everything you can to show good fun, good emotion, good vibe. And oftentimes for me, that comes from before the girl even sees me, I fucking start laughing. Hi. And then right after that, you really got to monitor your state to keep that emotion in there. Oftentimes, good ways to carry that could be like polarization, teasing the girl, but not in a serious way. Like, hey, you know what I noticed about you? Like that brings the vibe down. Like that seriousness brings the vibe down. Even though you may think like, oh, well, I'm making the conversation about the girl. I'm teasing the girl, observations or assumptions. What's the underlying vibe behind that in your face and the energy you're giving off? If you see me in the nightclub, I'm really having a lot of fun. And even at times, if I need to force that, I will force it. That's just the reality of it. You're going into a nightclub, bro. Hey, what's up? How's your day going? Or, oh, you know what I noticed about you? Or, oh, you know who you remind me of, or whatever it is. When you're just talking like this and there's this serious, like, I don't communicate like this in the nightclub. I'm never in the nightclub communicating like this. Never. Even when I'm talking to the girl, I'm so animated with every word I'm saying to the girl. Everything. There's a lot of shit going on, okay? And I don't want some of you guys to watch this and turn into like some dancing monkey. But the reality is you need to be engaging at least initially until the conversation's actually hooked. That's my advice is up the energy, up the vibe, the facial expressions and the animations and my body rocking, my positioning, my turning away, my nostrils flaring, my eyebrows moving, my head tilting, my playful smirk, my looking her up and down, me and waving her away. All of these little things are tools that give off a tiny bit of emotion that contribute to the conversation. Because I could tell you, I could say the same thing to the girl, or even when I'm lecturing to you guys. And if I'm just talking like this, even if I'm saying the exact same thing to you, it's not delivered the same way. And in the nightclub, that shit is amplified because there's a light show, there's a DJ, there's alcohol, there's friends, there's other guys, there's a dance floor, there's every thing possible. There's a better looking dude in there that she has her eyes on.
Do you spend hours and hours on YouTube watching pickup and dating content, but yet you're still not getting the results you feel like you deserve? I mean, that's exactly how I was. I spent 9 months watching YouTube content obsessively without ever making a single approach, without ever talking to a girl. And the messed up part of it was I genuinely thought I was getting better while I was watching that content. I would watch a new video, I would study, I would learn something, and in my mind, I thought I was getting better. And this process continued over months and months and months. The reality, I never talked to a single girl during that time. And when I finally went out, I had watched so much content that I was so overwhelmed in my brain that I couldn't even open. 9 months wasted studying content to take zero action. Because the reality is, it's not about the content you study. It's about the action, the implementation, and the execution that's ultimately going to get you those new reference experiences, that's going to get you that success, that's going to build up that core confidence and help you internalize the content you actually study. Okay, studying without execution is literally meaningless. It's actually going to put you more in your head. Okay, that's literally what happened to me. And it wasn't until I finally hired a mentor and was invested, had some skin in the game, had some accountability, that I finally started taking action. He showed me that step-by-step game plan, that roadmap, as well as what I needed to focus on this week, right now, what I needed to go out and do and execute. And guess what? Once I had all of those pieces and I was actually invested and I had that guidance, I did take that next step. I did push it one step forward, and I did finally start to make some progress, okay? Watching a bunch of content without doing the other side of it is absolutely pointless. And this is exactly why I've come up with my brand new mentorship program, to hold guys accountable, to give them that personalized guidance, as well as that step-by-step game plan for them to focus on what they need to go out to implement and to execute right now. Not watching hours and hours and hours of content to get more in their head. No, none of that, okay? I'm gonna literally show you what you need to do right now just to take that next step. We're gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna answer any questions that you have along the way, and you're gonna get that personalized coaching that you need from someone that's been through this before, okay? That's the best way to get results in this, and ultimately the most effective, fastest process to really genuinely get good at this, okay? So if you're interested in doing this, click the link below, click the link in the description, and book a free call with us to find out more about how you can work with me, not a member from my team, but actually you'll work with me personally to achieve your goals with women and dating. Click the link below, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.